Hey, it's me again. um, as I let some viewers know, I did not have the, for lack of a better term, typical childhood. Um, I was born in the Caribbean, St. Thomas to be specific, and so the vast majority of the population down there was black. Um, the United States bought St. Thomas from Denmark, um, and there are a lot of Europeans that were living there, perhaps still do live there. French, Belgian, Flemish, Dutch, Danish. I'm not sure what else. So for a small island, it was very cosmopolitan. And I also spent part of my childhood in Puerto Rico, where I learned to speak Spanish. And I mention all this because I like to go onto other YouTubers' Spanish language um, pages, and there's one guy. His name was he just recently died. Lao Shu, I think 505000. I forget how he pronounced it. Anyways, he died recently, and that left an impact. Um, I've always enjoyed languages because it's a way to connect to people from different cultures. Almost always, if I hear somebody speaking in an accent, I'll ask them where they're from, um, and I've picked up phrases in different languages for the countries that I visited over the course of my career, just as a means of self enrichment. It's always been a very positive experience for me, and there's also led me to think about humanity in ways that are anti-racist, anti-bigoted, because uh, the world is just one people. I mean, we look different, we speak differently, dress differently, believe differently, but we all live on one planet. And I firmly believe that if we could learn to see each other as people, different versions of ourselves, yeah, uh, there'd be a lot less violence and chaos and the other byproducts of not wanting to understand people, or it just if you want to get outside of your own head, you learn about different culture. I feel the same way about, for instance, the sexes. Men and women need to understand how the other thinks for improved relations. And I just you're forced to think differently when you make it important to yourself, because nobody else can do that for you. When you make it important to yourself to learn a different language, it's just not sounds and symbols, um, but it's learning how other people process information, how they view the world, and it's a way to find common ground where none had been before. And I think, especially nowadays, that's just so incredibly important, is to make the effort to bridge the gap, the cultural gap that exists worldwide. People just need to get out of politics and propaganda and you know, take the time and take the deep breath, and uh, not just ask ourselves what the other person has to offer us, but what do we have to offer the other person. Um, we're each responsible for making the world a better place. People think, always ask, what is the meaning of life? And to me, that's what it is accepting the responsibility to get past our own egos and extend a hand and engage in dialogue. Ask somebody how their day was in another language, and it just um, it's a form of a random act of kindness when you take the time to let somebody else know that you're willing to make an effort to learn something about something very dear to them, their language. Um, and I think that's a lesson that, if it can be repeated and not just being isolated incidents, that the world will be a better place. We all share, you know, the same DNA, and yeah, just I would hope that you take the time after watching this video to contemplate, what I've said. Um, it's easy to be lazy and self-satisfied with your own world, because it doesn't provide any challenges. People tend to shy away from challenges or something that seems difficult, and it's one of those philosophical rules in life, is that you get out of life what you put into it. Um, Reach out, and think about the other person. And it's really, once you get over the initial hesitation, it's not that difficult. Crack a joke. People are always looking for a reason to laugh. So that's all I have for right now. Thanks for watching this, and yeah, think about what I've said. Take care.